Societies such as our own Belizean society, through religion, have adopted a twisted sense and view of reality. For whereas God created everything good, religion invented the scheme of good and evil, good and bad, out of convenience. For opportunities, so opportunists can exploit. They call the tree firewood, the earth dirt, and demean the God's created universe, inventing, you know, this so-called better place, want of a better place, out of an abundance of convenience. It is purely psychological, selling hope to people who have failed to reconcile with death and are afraid to die. So, society has a flawed mentality which lies at the root of the problem. This Belizean society, for example, is having. It has engendered an environment of competition as opposed to allowing individuals to blossom in their own one of a kind lane, wherein they're becoming the very best version of themselves. People are born individuals, one of a kind, the only one God ever created. No two people are alike. So that's what needs to happen, where the environment is created so people can blossom and become their best selves, you know, not trying to reach for a so-called gold standard or become anyone else but. No, like be like Mike. Be yourself. That's what human being means. And a human being is born already knowing how to be. The only being God created. So a human being knows how he thinks, feels, and experiences life, and in mature time what she wants for an ambitious career. So instead of being, people are becoming full of themselves. That is the problem with competition. Society has a flawed mentality which lies at the root of the problem. Society has engendered an environment of competition as opposed to allowing individuals to blossom in their own one of a kind lanes wherein they're becoming the very best version of themselves. Here's a case in point showing where society keeps framing problems incorrectly due to its twisted sense of reality. Reality wherein God created everything good. That's the Christian Bible. It's right there up front and center at the beginning in the book of Genesis. Don't look any farther than chapter 3. God created everything good. Here comes artificial intelligence, advanced technological tool, which can only be a good thing, nothing else but. But society would rather blame the tool, call it bad, instead of addressing their problem, which is competition, competitive way of thinking. Those using artificial intelligence to cheat is because they don't have their humanity left. Yeah? So they lack integrity. They are doing it out of a sense of competition to be one up on someone or everyone else. Either that or to measure up to society's standard instead of becoming the best version of themselves. Most recently, there, there have been numerous examples of people using AI to cheat. According to the Guardian article dated June 15, 2025, over 1,000 students in the UK were caught cheating, misusing ChatGPT and other AI tools. Instead of using acceptance as a universal standard, people are toying with AI imagery, pretending to look um, other than their true selves. It is purely psychological. It's their drama. They are living in that world instead of being real and not lying to themselves. God is real. Real is, what comes naturally. If you have to invent it, then it's a lie. So reality never changes. Your reality is that you are bound by space and time. Your boundary of time is your three score and ten average. Your boundary of space is your shoulder width and height. Your reality is that physically, after three score and ten average, you're going to die. That is a reality. And that you came with nothing and will leave with nothing. All you have, therefore, is energy, your karma. And so that's your reality. Your reality is to best spend your karma to be out there making memorable experiences, which is what the intellect wants. Your intellect is a tool for exploration, not drawing conclusions. It's a tool for exploration. Be out there exploring. But if you anchor in a belief system, or if you are making conclusions, when you anchor, how can you set sail? Unless you set sail, how can you explore? Here in Belize, here's another troubling example where not where the Belize Broadcasting Authority is advertising the Prime Minister, coming close to saying that the majority of Belizeans are benefiting from technology, have to be reined in. They're coming, technology, coming with the age of social media technology, through Facebook, through satellite, and so on, without which the average Belizean wouldn't have a level playing field. The Prime Minister comes close to saying that he has to regulate and tax the average Belizean in favor of Channel 5, Channel 7, and Love FM, who are losing business. Belize needs a Prime Minister who wants a universal standard, a level playing field, and acceptance is that universal standard. Acceptance, not building walls of protection for a few, not stoking a them against us mentality, not tolerance. Acceptance has to be the universal standard, based on our 1981 Belizean Constitution and independence, which came with independence. That constitution that has given equal rights and says there should be no discrimination regardless of gender, ethnicity, religion, and the like. The Constitution is the supreme law of the land. You don't grow and develop a country by erecting boundaries, one more wall, one more fence. You grow by opening up, tearing down walls of protection. For a wall of protection eventually becomes a wall of imprisonment. A man or woman who only tolerates his or her spouse sooner or later ends in divorce. The mentality of setting boundaries comes from the reptilian brain, which a dog uses, and human beings also have a reptilian brain, aside from, given the evolution, their cerebral cortex wherein lies their intellect. A dog uses its reptilian brain in basic survival mode to pee on every downlight post as it establishes a pea kingdom, singing I, me, mine. So Prime Minister Briceno, Belize needs to work from the cerebral cortex, not the reptilian brain. Use the intellect. The intellect despises boundaries. It is a tool for exploration, not for drawing conclusions. Free up, open up, live and let live, be and let be. Grow the middle class. 75% of Belizeans are 44 years and under. Yeah, as we go into our 45th year of independence, we are a generation of young people. Less than 19% of the entire 444,000 population own vehicles. People need to own their own homes, but keep getting burdened with more taxes, higher cost of living, higher energy costs. As technology becomes cheaper, i.e., with BL using solar technology and so on, savings should be passed on to the consumer, right? So, but instead of passing it on to the consumer, the top 2% keeps getting breaks, hmm? Getting exempted from duty and breaks for their corporation. Instead of being a government for the rich and famous, be a government for the people and working middle class. So the quality of life for all can improve to have a level down playing field. Let it be so. Ito ala. Kaya si saya. Ayo.